It's been 2 years since the demise of Obioma, and Dike moved on with his life like nothing happened. Dike fell in love with another maiden in the community named Obiageli. Their love grew and Dike married her. Obiageli and Dike had been together, but their marriage was sore and bitter. Obiageli took in at the early days of their marriage, but the child died as soon as he was born. Ever since then, no child was forthcoming. Their relationship began to tear apart. Dike was advised to marry another wife so that he would have children of his own. Dike saw another maiden in the community and decided to marry her. He married her, but that one too bore him a son at the early days of their marriage, and the child died. Dike couldn't place his hands on what was going on in his life. He married yet another wife, but this time, no child ever came forth at all. Dike drank all the herbs that came his way, both the ones he knows and the one he doesn't know. He went to all the native doctors' homes he was directed to. They kept prescribing medications for him, but none was working. Dike was desperate. He kept marrying more women. He married women both in their community and outside their community, but none of them could give him a child. What baffles him is that some of his wives left him, and when they leave him, they would have tons of kids with their new husband. It dawned on Dike that the problem was his. Dike became a living proverb of the victory in their community. His family didn't know what could be wrong. He is the only son of his father, and his father's lineage is about to end because he is unable to produce seeds to continue the family name. Dike sat in front of his home one day and couldn't help but think about his life. Everything that has been going on in his life kept flashing like movies before his eyes. His life was like a broken record. What has he done to deserve this evil fate? He's about to tie the knot the 9th time. All his wives have left him because of his inability to get them pregnant. He married Ogechi, another maiden from their neighboring community. Ogechi's family warned her about Dike. They told her to leave Dike alone, that evil is hovering on his home, but Ogechi never listened. She got married to Dike and nearly lost her life during the early days of their marriage. For 3 years straight, Ogechi was taking in and giving birth, but the children kept dying immediately they were born. Ogechi nearly ran mad. She went to a priestess and asked for help. She told the priestess all that she has been going through in her husband's house. The priestess did some incantations and said to her, "Listen up, woman. Dust your feet and leave that marriage. Evil has been planted in that compound, and no amount of ritual and sacrifices can atone for the sins committed by the man you call your husband." Oge said to the priestess, "What could be the problem, Big Mother?" The priestess replied, "Go home. Bring your husband to my shrine." Oge went home that day thinking about the words of the priestess. She went home and told her husband all that the priestess had said. Dike didn't hesitate to follow her to the shrine as he is desperate for solution to his inability to produce a child. When they got to the shrine of the priestess looked at Dike and screamed, "Great evil lives in your home. You planted an evil seed in your household. What you did with a maiden while you were still in your youth has brought great evil upon your soul." Dike was confused at first, but the priestess said to him, "You betrayed a woman that loved and trusted you. She gave you her heart and her body. You both had a seed together, but you rejected she and the seed. She took your name and the sons of your feet to Agbala, the ever-angry goddess of revenge. Obioma is the only wife you would ever have, and the seed you people had together that she took with her to the land of the dead is the only seed you will ever have. I'm sorry, Dike. No DBI can help you. No amount of plea could reverse the curse. You have to perform the marital rites of Obioma even in death. That is the only way you can at least have peace in your heart. Dike walked home that day with the weight of the whole world on his shoulders. He swam in the ocean of regrets. He wished he could reverse time and make things right. He regretted ever denying Obioma and his unborn child. He would have gone through that shame with her. He would have gone through that rough path with her. Maybe this story wouldn't even have existed in the first place, or it would have had a happy ending. Dike went to see Obioma's mother, but he was the last person they wanted to set their eyes on in that compound. Obioma's mother used a broom and swept him away and the dust off his feet. She yelled at him, "Go with all the evil roaming over your head. Don't ever bring your cursed self to my home. You are never wanted here. We don't know you. We have absolutely nothing to do with you. I told you that you would spell suffer back and forth. This is just the beginning." Dike staggered back to his house. When he got home, his wife Ogechi had already packed out of his house and gone back to her father's house. Dike wept in so much pain and agony. He lived his whole life childless and without a wife